Of course, our staff, harassment, alarm,
And I'm going to tell you no.
There is concern around your behaviour and how it's making our staff feel.
And I'm going to
so
tell you
make
no.
that request from you to provide me with your name
And
and
I'm going to
address.
tell you no because I've done nothing wrong.
You're under arrest. Just a little bit concerned as to why you're filming inside Sussex Police premises.
Well, first of all, can you actually identify yourself properly for me?
Yeah, of course. My name's Inspector Simon Barden. I'm one of the duty inspectors up in our force.
Inspector
Simon Barden.
Simon Barden, okay?
So I work in the force contact control room. So we're just wondering why you're stood on our property filming into.
No, I'm stood on public property.
Okay.
So let's verify that.
But you're filming into private property.
It makes no difference.
It does.
Why is that? What law am I breaking?
Because you're filming private property and you haven't.
It makes no difference.
Well, it does. You can't film into private property.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Under what law?
Okay. The law is I can film whatever I can see in public. Okay. You can't trespass the eye.
Right here, the inspector's tone shifts. Instead of clarifying the law, he tries to twist it. But filming from public property has never been a crime. His authority doesn't change that.
The staff members that are coming in, you're putting their security at risk because you could potentially.
I'm not putting anyone's security at risk.
But you could be, couldn't you?
No, that's a presumption. Okay. I'm not doing anything wrong.
No, it's not a presumption because I said you could. I didn't say you were.
Okay.
I said you could be. So that's not a presumption. That's me suggesting that you could be.
Okay. And how would I be putting their safety at risk then?
So what are you doing with those films?
Well, it's for personal use.
Okay. What personal use? Are you going to be sharing those online?
I don't know. Whatever personal use I wish.
Okay. So what is the purpose of you being here today? Would be my question.
The police is a public service.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm here to actually record what the public pay for.
Okay, but this isn't the police station. This is police
It
headquarters.
makes no difference. The public still pay for it.
Okay, I don't understand what you're trying to achieve though. Because if you want to make sure,
I'm not trying to achieve anything. I'm just filming what the public pay for.
Okay, but if you're trying to prove that the public are paying and getting value for service, surely you'd
No,
be better.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all.
So what did you say?
Okay. I said I'm just here to film what the public pay for. That's it.
Okay. For what reason?
My own reason.
Do you come here regularly and do this?
That's irrelevant.
Okay. I feel like I've come down to have a conversation with you and engage with you. And
Yeah,
you're not,
but that-
and you're
but
not
that com-
particularly-
yeah,
and you're
but
not
that-
particularly willing to engage.
Yeah, but that conversation is irrelevant. Okay, that's called fishing for information.
It's not called fishing. It's called engaging with
Okay.
someone. It's called.
Yeah, I'll have a conversation about whatever you want. Okay, but whether or not,
you won't. You'll have a
whether or not,
conversation with me
whether or
about
not
what you would
I've been here or not, or whether or not I'm actually filming, I'm just doing exactly what I'm perfectly lawfully allowed to do.
What my concern would be is that do you pose a security threat?
Okay, your concern and what the law is are two different things.
No, they're not.
Yes, they
No,
are.
they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Okay, your
No, they're
feelings and what you feel is not the law. Okay,
Right.
what I'm doing is perfectly lawful.
Not if,
Okay.
not if you pose a security threat. It's
In
not.
what way? You still haven't answered that.
Have you answered my question?
Okay, you still haven't answered that.
Have you answered my questions?
I don't need to answer your questions.
And I don't need to answer your questions.
Okay?
See what's happening? The word security is being used as a weapon. No proof, no risk, just emotion. When feelings start replacing facts, the law gets lost.
Recording police vehicles. Are you recording information on police staff?
I'm recording whatever I can see.
Bear with me a second.
Why are you filming here?
Because I'm well within my legal rights to do so.
But why?
It's a public service that the public
Have you
pay
a keen
for.
interest in the police?
Okay, I have an interest in all public services.
So do you do this on a regular basis?
Okay? That's irrelevant.
Well, rather than filming us, why don't you ask us some questions and if
Well,
you're interested in the police,
first
you can give me
of all, okay, if I had been approached correctly, okay, then I would have, okay, but your inspector hadn't, okay. You've come out, you've made an allegation, okay, towards me.
An allegation.
No, you did. You made an allegation that your staff, okay, are alarmed and distressed, okay.
Yes, they
You
are,
should
yeah.
know, as a constable, okay, you cannot be alarmed and distressed.
Any person can feel harassment, alarm and distress.
Not
Whether
when
it's-
you're
whether
an
it's the
officer.
cause of your
It is
duty.
case law, and you cannot.
Let's have a back and
You
forth
cannot be.
conversation. Then let me speak.
Okay.
Let me get my point across so you can get yours. Okay?
Okay? I can film whatever the eye can see, sir.
Okay, but listen to what I'm saying. Okay, you've just said
Right.
what you want, so let me speak. Okay, members of staff leaving this building, this facility, in their plain clothes, in their own car, you filming them has caused them alarm, harassment and distress. Okay, they're not on duty as police officers, so they can feel alarm and distress.
Now it's getting absurd. They're calling discomfort a crime. But in law, being recorded in public, even if you're off duty, isn't harassment. It's accountability.
From that here all the way round inside this property, okay, I can film.
It doesn't matter. When we book off our system off duty, we're off duty. However, what
Okay.
we are going to clarify is whether what you're standing on is private land. So
It's publicly accessible.
No.
It's publicly accessible under Section 33 of the Criminal Justice
We're going
Act.
to find out whether this part that you're standing on is private.
But then if you can show me the actual signs that state private property along there, okay, no public access, then fine, I will move on. Okay, but there are no
We've
signs,
given you our
and it's
details.
publicly
And
accessible.
What is your name, young man?
It's irrelevant.
You've clearly come here for an argument.
No, I haven't.
What
No, I
is the purpose of
haven't.
being here then?
Because I want to film.
Film what? Film what?
Okay, what the public
Film
pay
us
for.
leaving the building.
No, I'm filming what I can see.
Well,
Okay.
what you're doing is you're filming people leaving in their personal vehicles.
That's
Okay?
not exciting.
And-
That's a security threat.
No, how is that a security
You've got their
threat?
registration.
That's a presumption.
Do you not see what happens in the world?
That's a presumption.
You're not seeing what's happening in the world.
Okay, yeah, but that is a presumption, okay?
not a
And
presumption.
where you just said, okay, about to do with license plates, okay? License plates are in the public domain, okay? You guys have
But
access
you're-
to
what
that
you're doing is
information.
You're putting that on YouTube and you're specifically...
Who said that? Who
You're-
said that? Whoa.
You're
Hang on a minute.
filming it,
Whoa,
you're gonna
hang
put
on.
it in the public
Hang on.
domain.
No.
Listen
No.
to me, and
You
you heard.
said that. I haven't
Listen
said
to me.
it.
Let-
No,
I'm-
no, don't
listen.
shout at me.
Listen to me.
Do
I'm
not
trying to
shout
talk,
at me.
you're
No,
talking
no,
over
don't
me.
shout at me.
So let me have my piece.
Please do not shout
Let me
at
have
me.
my piece then.
Yeah, as long
Let
as
me
you
say
don't
my
shout at
piece.
me. You are a public servant, okay? I am here as a member of the public to film public property, okay, and a public service that the public pay for, okay? I'm doing a completely lawful activity, okay? I'm breaking no law, I'm committing no crime, right? And I should carry on about my business, okay? If you decide that you want to harass me, then you carry on and do that, sir.
The issue you have...
Could you step back a
is
little
that
bit,
what
please?
you're doing is you're causing our colleagues harassment,
Would you mind
alarm and
stepping back a
distress,
little bit,
okay?
please?
You're causing our colleagues harassment,
Would you
alarm
mind
and
stepping
distress.
back a little bit, please?
Okay. Why don't you
Okay?
step back
Right.
further over there to
No,
the pavement
because
over
I
there?
moved to here and you came to me. Okay?
I've come
Just
to you
because you're
because it's
I
strange,
moved
and
from
I'm
there
asking you
to
why
here,
you're filming.
and you
why you're
walked to
filming.
me.
I'm asking
okay?
you why you're
If
filming.
you don't want to be that close to someone,
I'm asking
then
you
don't
why
walk
you're
up to
filming.
them that way.
Listen
Yeah?
to me for a minute.
Okay?
Why-
If you ask your colleague to step back, I will talk with you.
Perfectly he's
No, he's walked right the way up.
He's
Now,
not-
this is me
he's not in
feeling
your
alarm
personal
and
different-
distress.
He's not in your personal
Okay?
space.
Yes, he is. Okay? He's well within an arm's reach.
Don't
okay?
touch me.
I didn't touch you.
This is where intimidation replaces professionalism. Stepping close, baiting for reaction. It's not policing anymore. It's control through pressure.
Touch me and you get arrested
I
for
did
assault.
not touch you,
Understand
so
me?
let's get that right. I did not
Yeah,
touch
don't
you.
touch me. You
Okay?
touch me and you
I
get arrested
did
for
not
assault.
touch you, so
Okay?
you need to be quiet on that one. Okay? Don't tell me I touched you when I did not touch
Don't
you.
touch me,
I
or
did
you'll
not
be
touch
arrested
you.
for
It's all
assault.
on camera.
Do you understand
Okay?
me?
I did not touch you. Don't
Don't
tell me
reach
do I
forward
understand.
and try and touch me.
Okay? Do not tell me, okay?
Okay, just look, sir,
Right?
just-
He's got a real attitude
sir,
problem.
listen.
Yes, he has.
Listen, you're not listening.
If
that's
you'd
the
like to
problem.
talk to me for a second,
Yeah,
that'd be
that's
great.
fine.
Okay. So I just wanted to clarify some things. You're right, this is a public area. You are entitled to film here. However, your behaviour is causing our staff harassment, alarm and distress.
Who's that then?
So we've had members of our staff complaining about you, filming them, leaving the premises, and that is causing them harassment, alarm and distress.
as
No,
a,
listen
as
to
a
me,
police
listen to me,
officer, as a
listen to
police
me.
officer or
No,
police
no,
are,
no,
they
no.
cannot be the victim of being alarmed and
Yes,
distressed.
yes,
no, they
yes, they
cannot.
can.
You need
Yes,
to
they
actually
can.
look at that. It is case law and it is there.
Sir, listen to me. Yes,
Okay.
they can.
No, they
as-
cannot.
Yes, they can. So as such,
Okay.
under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002, I'm going to ask you to provide me your details,
Okay,
your name
right.
and address.
Now, I will
Hang on.
actually state this, okay? Under Section 50,
Yep.
okay, the Police Reform Act,
Yep.
okay, there has to be a member of the public within 150 metres of me.
No, there
okay?
doesn't.
Yes, they
No,
do.
there doesn't,
okay?
'cause the
Right, you
legislation-
will not be
the-
getting
the-
my
the- the
details.
So if you refuse to provide those
Okay.
details, you're liable to be arrested.
You will not get my details. I'll tell you that straight because
That's
I've
fine.
done nothing wrong.
That's fine. I'm going to ask you again. You have.
Okay.
You've caused our staff harassment, alarm, distress.
And I'm going to tell you no.
There is concern around your behaviour and how it's making our staff feel.
And I'm gonna
so
tell you
make
no.
that request from you to provide me with your name
And
and
I'm going to
address.
tell you no because I've done nothing wrong.
You're under arrest.
Okay, right. Hang on. Just before you do, would you mind just reading my written please?
We know I got one offer, okay, that got turned down,
Who's that
and
then?
we now have a court date for the end of February, so I will keep you updated on that, peeps. So, as you know, I gave you an update on Inspector Barton, and where it should have actually gone to court at the end of
Now, I
last
will actually
month,
state this, okay? Under
and
Section
basically
50,
things
okay,
have
the Police
sort
Reform
of
Act,
been
okay,
delayed,
there has
so
to be a
I'm now
member of
waiting
the
for
public within
another
150
date
meters of me.
for
Okay,
that, and
yes,
as soon
they
as
do,
I have
okay?
that,
Right,
I
you
will let you
get my
know.
What we just witnessed wasn't just a clash between a citizen and police, it was a mirror showing how authority can crumble when it forgets the limits of its own power. This entire case began with a man holding a camera, standing on public ground, exercising a right protected by law, the right to record public institutions. Yet, within minutes, officers turned that lawful act into an arrestable offense, twisting Section 50 of the Police Reform Act into a tool of intimidation. Section 50 was never designed for this. It allows officers to request identity only when there are reasonable grounds to believe someone is committing antisocial behavior towards the public. But here, there were no members of the public involved, just officers uncomfortable with being filmed. That means there was no legal basis for arrest, no valid suspicion, and no reasonable justification. The entire arrest stands on sand. What's more troubling is how quickly emotion replaced logic. Security risk, staff distress, alarmed behavior. None of these were supported by evidence, yet they were repeated as if repetition could make them true. The officers weren't enforcing law, they were enforcing comfort. That's dangerous territory because when public servants start protecting their image instead of citizens' rights, accountability disappears. And yet, Plod didn't fold. He refused to hand over his details because he knew the law, and the court agreed. He's now taking the force to trial, not for revenge, but for principle. That choice matters. It means this won't end quietly in an office settlement. It means a courtroom will publicly decide whether those officers acted lawfully or abused their power. If he wins, it won't just be about damages, it'll be about precedent. It will remind every officer that ignorance of the law isn't an excuse, and every citizen that silence in the face of abuse is consent. What we saw today wasn't an isolated event. It's a glimpse into a culture where authority often mistakes questioning for hostility. But as long as people like Plod keep filming, keep standing, and keep pushing back through the proper channels, that culture can change. The lesson is clear. The camera isn't the enemy, it's the witness. And the more they try to silence it, the louder the truth becomes. This isn't about embarrassing the police, it's about demanding the professionalism they swore to uphold. The law belongs to everyone, not just those in uniform. In the end, one man with a camera reminded an entire department what that law truly means, and that's the power of accountability.